us to open up our powerful mouths. Why do you think the enemy put it in your mouth where you don't want to talk? We don't want to say nothing. Because nothing can't happen if your mouth closed. And we'll say, I don't feel like talking. And the enemy like, good, I don't want you to talk. Because if you go to start opening up your mouth and you start tearing up them decrees, that's when them jokers that see you, that they were sending you home, and they see you smiling, hey girl, they were like, what's wrong with them? No, baby, that's what prayer does. I ain't got to receive what you sending to me. I ain't got to receive it. I don't care what you say. It won't prosper. He didn't say it wasn't going to come. He said it wasn't going to prosper. Any questions? Any statements? He said that even this judgment is pronounced. He said it can even be something. It can be a sentence on your life, a formal decree. He said, but it will not prosper. And when I looked up that word, he said judgment thou shalt condemn. He said, in other words, I looked at that word condemn, it means rasha. It's R-A-W-S-H-A-H. And it means to be wrong, to violate, to make trouble. He said, in other words, every tongue, every evil word that's spoken up against you in judgment, he said, I'll make it wrong. I'm going to make what they say wrong, where they have violated you. I'm going to stop it. Where it won't work. And then at the end of the scripture, it says, this is the benefits that are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. Their vindication will come from me. I, the Lord, have spoken it. See, that's a promise that he promised us. So why are we letting people move us by what they say about us? Why are we letting people rock our boat because they dislike us? Why we let, come on children, why you get mad because these children don't spoke something about you if you know it ain't the truth? It ain't going to prosper. I'm not going to let it work because you know what? I'm speaking the word of God and I ain't going to receive it. See, that's the key thing. We got to make sure that we're not receiving those things. That's why the Bible tells us we got to guard our heart. You got to guard your heart because see, the enemy will cause those things to be spoken, to be a dart in your heart, to have us being wounded, to have us be, because you think about it, if you wounded, you ain't no good to nobody. You can be a good prayer warrior, a good intercessor, but with a wounded heart, you giving them some wounded prayers. If you're a wounded singer, you giving somebody a wounded worship. If you're a wounded preacher, you giving somebody some wounded word. Then you wonder why the people being wounded all the time. Because it comes from the leader. See, we got to make sure that our heart is right. We can't allow the enemy to come bring these negative decrees to us. And so when people speak these things to us, no, I'm not going to accept that because I don't have to. You got to understand God giving you a choice. It's your choice if you want to accept it. And it's your choice if you don't. He giving it up to us. So if you want what they saying to affect your life, it can affect your life if you want it to. You know people, well, my mama said she don't love me, so now I ain't going to leave her. The devil's a lie. We just got to pray for mama, but I'm going to leave her. I'm not going to stop living because mama don't love me. You see what I'm saying? Or this man said he don't want to be with me. I'm going to keep, the devil is a liar. I'm not going to let these words stop me. Yeah, it may hurt, but I'm not going to let it hinder me. I'm not going to have it making me wounded. Because we allow these things to make us wounded. We allow words that people say to stop us from going forward. People, what you going to school for? You too old to go to school. Now you on withdrew from school. Think about it. What you getting a house for? You too old for a house. That should be a young person. So the person stop pursuing the house. I have seen people like that. Somebody said, well, why are you doing that? That don't make no sense. Why you got a 5-bedroom